Hello and welcome to another bonsai video. I'm Norm and Lynn's going to be joining me today. We're going to be cleaning up some of our bonsai pots. It's spring, it's the 12th of March, and we have to get rid of all that junk in the bottom of the pot. As you can tell, there's a bunch going on. So we're going to be doing that today. Hope you enjoy. If you like the video, please just leave me a thumbs up or us. And remember to subscribe if you want to get notified when more videos come up. There's going to be more to come. For now, enjoy. It's a bunch of stuff. I like to leave it on there in the winter. Helps protect the soil a little bit, the roots. This pot is in a plastic training pot. Bunch of pine needles in the old leaves. The soil for this tree is mostly organic, compost with lava and perlite and horn and pine bark. It's mostly compost and pine bark with a little bit of lava. Say it like that. And we use a dark red or dark brown, blackish lava rock. And of course the white perlite. It's pretty much gone on the surface, I guess. Can't see much of it anymore. There's a bunch of side noise. There's a construction going on right across the street. They're constructing on a house. And construction work on the house. Yeah. As you can tell, there's quite a few weeds growing in there as well. We always have these little flowers growing everywhere. These ones. They're fairly cute. They have a little tiny flower on it. And we always try to grab them with the roots as good as you can. Pull it out. And that one. This tree hasn't been in this pot too long. We put it in here last year. Around the same time, I think. Or a little bit later.
Yeah, a little bit later.
Maybe April. Didn't do much on the roots. It's pretty much slip potting it. Because this tree was in minerals before this pot. We bought the tree and then we removed all the soil. It was pretty much bare rooted. And we put it in perlite and lava and a lot of rocks. But it didn't do too well. It almost died. We had 2 others that did die. This one almost died, but we managed to save it. So we just slip potted it pretty much into a more organic soil, which works a little bit better around here. We live in central Germany, so the weather is not the best for that type of soil. We do better with organic soil. It's hard to keep them hydrated in the summer. It did get really hot the last few summers. Where we were in the high 30 degrees Celsius. But anyway, the soil did its trick. The tree is looking pretty healthy. It's getting there. So we slip potted it last year. We didn't do much on cutting. Same with the other maple that you will see later, the bigger one. We didn't do much cutting, just let it grow. Really tiny ones. And that's also the reason why there's not that much moss. You can see some moss in here. Should take like another year, probably. At the end of this year, there might be more. It's starting to grow everywhere. There's a lot of moss growing around here, so it'll probably spread like that. We'll see. Maybe I can put in some batches of moss. It keeps falling down from the roof. The birds throw it down from the roof and the storm does. And they just pick it up and stick it in the pot. And as you can tell, it's starting to really bud out. I made a short video of the buds. If you like, check it out. It's on the channel. The channel is really new. This is our 3rd video. So I'd be happy for any subscriptions and any support. And subscribing to the channel, leaving comments, or leaving a thumbs up is a great way to support the channel for free. We're just starting out. Video log noobs. Oops. Don't want to break off these little buds there. I know there's a lot of them coming out, but we will select those later at a later time. There's also two different trees. This is a double one and this is a single stem. We had another one of these trees. It was similar, and we actually split the trees apart, put them in two different pots, but they didn't make it. So that's why we're kind of holding back on doing it to this one. Don't want them to die. Like I said, we had them bare rooted at one point, but they're so grown into each other. It's difficult, especially if you don't have like a greenhouse where you can put the plants in to recover. You only have inside. I have the garage or outside, so limited possibilities on how to get them back, bouncing back to health. Plan for this year for this tree is to feed it a lot and maybe do some trimming, not sure yet.
Long shoots, maybe.
Yeah, I'd have to trim the top.
Ramification around here. I don't think it needs water shoots.
Yeah, the shoots, they got very long.
This one is an ugly one. Don't know. how this
Which
happened.
one?
This one.
Yeah.
You see?
It just grew out to the side. Looks like a triple stem, but this is a different plant. This one is connected, as you can tell. And it's budding way down from the old wood. This tree isn't too old. When we bought it, it was like, I don't know, maybe 20 centimeters. It was like maybe like that. Really small and thin. As you can tell, it's not too old. The bark still green. It's been in our care for about 4 years, 4 years, something like that, I suppose. We bought it at the garden center. It was fairly cheap too. Prices have really gone up here in Germany for these kind of trees. Like a tree that used to cost like 20 or 30 costs like 60 or 80 now. So this is all the junk we pulled out of there. Let's see if I can get a good picture of the tree. As you can tell, it has really long antennas from last year. That's last year's growth, by the way. Give it a quick spin. The next week or next 2 weeks, the leaves should be out. I'm going to do a quick update on that. This is another one that's shooting all the way through the tree. So let me grab the next one. This tree's heavy. Bigger one. I don't know where it went. It has its own, actually. It has its own underpot. Oh well. That's fine for now. See, it's a bit too small, that under. There. Same thing here. As you can tell, there's long antennas up there. Last year's growth. And I showed you in the other video, the buds are coming out. The leaves are coming out, I mean. So let's get it ready for the season. It got very thick. It thickened up.
This is the one you bought in the grocery store.
Yep. I bought this tree in a grocery store. It had it there.
And it almost dead when you bought it.
Yep. It was almost dead. It was the last one there in the grocery store. Nobody wanted it because it was ugly. I guess. I don't know. I didn't think it was too ugly.
He was ugly.
Okay.
He was really ugly.
Okay, he was really ugly. He was really skinny, really tiny. I mean, this is fairly large. Wow. It thickened up a lot in the last 2 years. It took about 2 years to get this tree to even have good leaves. It was struggling a lot, and it has pests on it. Oh, there's a lot of bugs on it. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's little black bugs on the shoots. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, I was struggling a lot with this tree. They said it was almost dead when we got it. We put it in some better soil and it started recovering, but it took a long time. And last year we put it in this big pot, this big training pot. And it suddenly grew like crazy. So last year was the first year where I would say it was healthy, where its health was at the point where it started growing again. Yeah, I was the only one in the grocery store left, and I felt so sorry for it. So I had to take it home. It was pretty much slip potted into this pot as well. As you can see, the little dent here, that's part of the old soil. We didn't bare root it because it was not healthy. Didn't do much on the root, so I was afraid it's going to die. I know there's a lot of people, or I've seen a lot of channels that do radical things to their trees. Sometimes I have the feeling that they don't mind if the tree dies. We're a little bit different. We want to keep them alive. That's our first goal, is to keep them alive, and then do training as much as possible without killing it. We aren't by no means bonsai or tree experts. We are hobbyists. But there's a lot of good bonsai channels on YouTube, which I am thankful for. We learned a lot. And I've been doing this hobby for a long, long time. Since I was a boy, actually, but I've always been struggling to keep trees alive for a long time. But in the last 10 years, that has gotten better, and it's still getting better and better every year. I mean, of course, you can lose a couple of trees here and there. The winter time is tough, but it's not happening as often as it used to. We get a lot of trees through the winter, I must say. Of course, it's not all mine. A lot of it is Lynn's help. We can only manage this together, I guess. We help each other with the watering and the cutting and make decisions together. And it has been working out for us the last 10 some years, 12 years, and whatever. I like the way the moss is spreading in this pot. Beautiful moss. It's potted the same time as the Orange Dream, but the moss is spread far more quickly on this one. Now these pests, I'd have to spray it. I'm gonna have to spray it. Soap and water, I guess. If you guys have any tips, leave us a comment in the comment section. We read all our comments, try to answer them, as you can see. There's some little black bugs on there.
Plant some of the, I don't know what it is in English, but die Kapuzinerkresse next to it.
Oh, I don't know what the name of that is either.
Because these bugs love the Kresse more than
the maples.
Yeah, than other plants. Yes. Maybe they get distracted then.
We have to get rid of them.
Possibility without using chemicals.
We don't like using chemicals anyways. We like to try natural stuff first. Like I said, we are always thankful for her tips and tricks and help. These trees are pretty much raw material almost. Almost. But it did take a couple of years to get them healthy, so. They are at the beginning of their journey. I think these trees will be good for making cuttings and air layering, some of them. It's going to be on the channel as well.
Bonsai is not a fast hobby.
No.
Can take some years to see some results on what you've done. Can't remember Blee like last year.
Yeah.
from this tree or
No, I
from a
haven't seen.
different tree?
Must be from a different tree. I haven't seen them bloom.
No. I can't remember.
Maybe you did inside or something, but I don't think so. I think they're too young. They're probably made from cuttings, I don't know. It's looking good. Give it a little spin around. Really long shoots up top.
This one is too long.
It's something for air layering. Probably make a couple of trees out of that.
Big cut.
You could make multiple trees out of it, 2 or 3, if you want.
This one is too long. All the branches are too.
Yeah, these long branches are the original growth. Like I said, we couldn't cut much of it because it was not healthy. It had almost no leaves. The leaves that it had, they were burnt. They had frost damage, all that. But last year it had a bunch of leaves, was very healthy, and this year should be even better. Beautiful. Wasn't too much in that one. Put this in the compost. Okay. So thank you for watching. I hope you will join us next time. Till then, bye bye.